Honey, I love you. Want to bear your children. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, this video I'm gonna dedicate to Catherine O'Hara, which both she and John Candy were the first Home Alone movie, and Beetlejuice. Remember Beetlejuice? Yeah. Uh, I don't know what happened. I remember I just recently realized that Bob Saget died falling on his head. Like just he hit his head on something. That was really sad. And then Don Lemon got arrested. Good. Somebody was going to get, I told you before, somebody was getting it in the neck. I'm not religious, I'm agnostic. And I know there's some cultist churches that, like Baptist churches, that are like people in nice suits and ties who are in cults. They go to those skyscraper churches and shit. But there are actual people who would go to church and they're poor and they're disheveled and they're the wretch and they have sinned. Where do they go? Some people want to go to a church and they couldn't do that because of fucking rioters. And that was horrible. Like, there have been new lows reached. I think Tim Walz is fucking next. Jacob Fry is going to end up like being lieutenant governor. The lieutenant governor right now is a fucking lunatic. So I don't know what's going to happen. But Minnesota's a mess. There are actual Minnesotans out there who are not happy with what's. I mean, the Vikings are guilty by association because the Minnesota Vikings have to operate in Minneapolis, and it's like, who would want to go there? Who would want to Who would want to visit there? They're afraid that writers are just gonna. I mean, if you set up a game, people are afraid that writers are just gonna go out there and make noise. Just say, "Hey, support one team." Get it? Not just football. No, people want to go watch a football game and they don't want to be harassed by rioters. And Don Lemon got what he fucking deserved. And so will Tim Walz. And where we are right now is that you do have to pick a side. Yeah, I thought about this for a while, and I was thinking about what Ivan Ortega had said, and I had reacted to what Ivan Ortega had said. And it occurred to me that you do have to pick a side. You do have to take a side. Now, I will explain because I feel like I'm the only Mexican American who's really angry enough to speak out. Ivan's like, "Oh, I don't want to do this." Okay, see ya. Other people like Joe hate ICE, even though he has no idea what he's talking about. And then I saw like people are putting Hitler mustaches on Melania Trump posters. Really? If Melania was Eva Braun, you'd be dead, getting caught doing that kind of thing. So, fuck you. Okay, it's just like, where are we at now? Okay, it took me 10 years to get to this point. If I was over there, okay, I'm over there, now I'm over here. And people are still over there. Robert Picardo is mad at J.D. Vance because of Catholicism. Tim Walz is probably going to jail. Because what Tim Walz had done is akin to what the city of Bell, the city where I live at, okay, 16 years ago, the city that I live in now was doing corrupt shit and people went to fucking jail. Do you remember the city of Bell scandals? People went to jail. People went to fucking jail. So that's it. But you now have to understand what side you take. And that side's the truth. And as Picard said, as you remember,
duty of every Starfleet officer is to the truth, whether it's scientific truth or historical truth or personal truth. It is the guiding principle on which Starfleet is based. And if you can't find it within yourself, to stand.
Yep. So that is important. It's the truth. You have to take the side of the truth. Okay? You got ABC, World News Tonight, you got Evening News, you got Nightly News, okay? CBS Evening News got Tony, whatever this. They got all kinds of new people, okay? Lester Holt left. Other people left, okay? Katie Couric, remember when Katie Couric, You Go Girl, and she left a long time ago, right? Barbara Walters is gone, right? Peter Jennings passed away horribly. And Tom Brokaw is almost dead. Bruce Willis has almost passed away. Should I do a tribute to Bruce Willis? But he's not a reporter. I'm just talking about celebrities. So Dan Rather was corrupt. So a lot of people have gone. CNN's full of shit. PBS NewsHour, Newsline. So we got Megyn Kelly, we got Glenn Beck, sometimes Steven Crowder, sometimes D-Day Cobra. Fox News is at the bottom of the barrel as far as truth-telling goes. Right now, the people that represent the truth are the Republicans. Most of them, except for the FBI, which barely released, 30,000 pages of the Epstein files, and everybody's like, no, there's no Trump in there. Trump is not going to fucking prison. If Trump was in those files, Biden and Harris, they would have released those files. The Democrats would have released those files long ago. Mike Pence would have probably turned on Trump and released the files at the last minute. So Trump is not on those files. But I bet you Bill Clinton is. I bet you he is. So we barely trust the FBI, but between Dan Bongino and Kash Patel, so there are some Republicans I would throw under the fucking bus. But the Democrats have been lying to us. The media has been lying to us. Who's the fascist? Who's the bad guy? And that's why you have to understand that the truth is the most important thing. Scientific, historical, what you know to be true personally, what has been recorded, what has been proven by science. That's what matters. And the Democrats do not respect you enough to go over that. They want to put their truth, and as Tulsi Gabbard had said, the truth. Okay? So you do have to pick a side. Pick the side of the truth. Then what you do, how you interpret that truth, 2 + 2 being 4, that is up to you. That is how you do it is up to you. But the truth, the side of truth must be chosen. How you vote, how you think of this person or that, it's up to interpretation later. But that must be done. And that is all I got to say about that. Do something different.